explore some of the more commonly used words in the English language and take a look at some synonyms you could use to strengthen your speech. Number 1. Have. For example, I have a house. Here, we could use the following synonyms. Acquire. For example, he acquired a reputation for scrupulous honesty. Possess. She did not possess a sense of humour. It is difficult to obtain adequate insurance cover for such a large property. These three synonyms are formal versions of the word have and are used quite irregularly in day-to-day conversation. You'll find these words used more often in written English. Here are three more synonyms for the verb have. Own. I own several properties. Get. She will get the dinner ready whilst we walk the dogs. Keep. Hand them out, but be sure to keep one for yourself. These three synonyms are much more informal comparisons of the word have. You'll find these words used frequently in casual conversations and less so in formal settings. Number 2. Just. Example, it was just a bad day. Here we could use scarcely. He was so quiet I could scarcely hear what he was saying. Hardly. There are hardly any people in the office today. Barely. Barely anyone turned up to the party. Almost. He almost drove straight into the back of the car. The word just is used incredibly frequently in informal conversations to make sentences more emphatic. Given how commonplace the word just is, it's wise to learn a few synonyms to add some colour to your conversations. Number 3. Unhappy. For example, an unhappy marriage. Here we could use the following synonyms. Sad. She was sad to hear her neighbours were moving house. Miserable. It was a miserable weekend. It rained non-stop. Low. The mood was very low in the office today. Blue. He was feeling blue. And sorrow. She looked at him with eyes full of sorrow. There are endless adjectives synonymous with the word unhappy, and, as with all adjectives, they can be used with emphasis on the noun in the sentence. Number 4. Ask. I will ask him to dinner. Instead of ask, we could use the following synonyms. Challenge. He challenged his brother to a race. Demand. I demand that I am seen to next. I have been waiting for over an hour. Quiz. She was quizzed by the police about the robbery last week. Request. We politely request that no trainers or caps are worn in the restaurant. Enquire. I enquired his name. It's worth noting that there are two spellings of the word enquire, both of which have the same definition. Either spelling can be used. However, it's a somewhat unwritten rule in British English to use inquire with an E for the general sense of to ask, and save inquire with an I for a formal investigation. Number 5. Brilliant, as in, we had a brilliant time. As an adjective, there are many synonyms available to replace the word brilliant. Here are just a few. Magnificent. It was a magnificent wedding. Splendid. She did a splendid job on the decorations. Wonderful. The ceremony was wonderful. Superb. The entertainment was superb. Excellent. The venue was signposted excellently. Number 6. Confused. The map was confusing and did not seem to help. Here we could use baffled. I am baffled as to why you stopped talking to me. Bewildered. She saw the bewildered look on my face and began to explain. Befuddled. The film's ending had left everyone befuddled. Perplexed. It is a very perplexing situation. Puzzled. He regarded her with a puzzled expression. Confused is a very informal word, and it's quite unheard of to use it in formal settings. However, whilst words such as perplexed and confound may be more commonplace in formal conversations, their popularity has somewhat dwindled in recent years, with words such as befuddled and bewildered becoming more favoured. Number 7. Always. She is always late. Some common synonyms for always are consistently. He is consistently making mistakes. Constantly. I am constantly tidying. Regularly. The pub quiz happens regularly. Repeatedly. They were warned repeatedly about their bad behaviour. Everlastingly. I have an everlasting love for you. Always is an incredibly versatile adverb. Be careful with these synonyms, as their collocations don't always cross over that well. For example, the sentence "I will always love you" isn't so easily replaced with "I will regularly love you." We'll explore collocation next in this course. Number 8. Easy. It was an easy day at work. We could replace easy with any of the following synonyms. Effortless. She dressed effortlessly but looked beautiful. Painless. That conversation was rather painless. Simple. There is a simple solution to your situation. Obvious. The answer is obvious. Straightforward. I thought the test was quite straightforward. The word easy is, ironically, very easy to replace with other synonyms, as all of the aforementioned synonyms are transferable with one another in sentences. Number 9. Wrong. You are wrong. Much alike the word easy, the following synonyms for wrong are very simple to replace in sentences. Incorrect. That answer is incorrect. Misguided. He was a little misguided in his beliefs. Mistaken. I'm afraid you have mistaken me for someone else. False. I have been falsely accused. Inaccurate. The newspaper article was inaccurate and pure hearsay. And finally, number 10. Tired. I have been very tired this week. Here we could use the following synonyms. Exhausted. I am absolutely exhausted. Weary. She rubbed her weary eyes. Sleepy. They were sleepy after spending all day in the sun. Drained. The last few days at work have drained me. Fatigued. The 14-hour flight had left everyone fatigued. The word tired has a couple of different connotations. Tired as in sleepy, and tired as in to grow tired of a situation. So we have to be careful with the synonyms we use here. All the synonyms we've just mentioned can be used to emphasize the need for rest, whereas synonyms such as sick of, jaded, and bored are often used to describe impatience.